Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn Mathematics. Let's start question number 2 of exercise 3.1. So question is on comparing the ratios a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2. Find out whether the lines representing the following pair of linear equation intersect at a point are parallel or coincident. So we have given pair of linear equations, right? Pair of linear equation की एक जनरल रिप्रेजेंटेशन देख लेते हैं. वो क्या होती है? a1 x plus b1 y plus c1 is equals to as 0. This is the first linear equation, right? Second is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to as 0. So question says comparing the ratio a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2. How to compare? Coefficient of x is a1, coefficient of y is b1, constant part is c1. Similarly in the second, coefficient of x is a2, coefficient of y is b2 and constant part is c2, right? So we will compare that and find the ratios. Okay. Next question says find out whether the line representing the following pair of linear equation intersecting at a point are parallel or coincident. That means we have to check their graphically representation. You have to remind this result. Two lines किस फॉर्म में हमारे पास रिप्रेजेंट होती हैं? या तो वो वन पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट हो रही होंगी, समथिंग लाइक दिस, राइट? Two lines either intersect at one point or they are parallel, that means they never intersect each other. Third is they are coincide, that means both equations represent the same line, right? If their first two ratios are not equal, then we can say that they are intersecting at one point. If they are parallel, then their ratios representing this result, right? If two lines are coincide, then result is this, their ratios are equal, right? So start करते हैं question से. Firstly we find their ratios and then we compare the ratios. According to the result we can say that their graphically representation will be that. Okay, let's start with the question. So first part is 5x minus 4y is plus 8 is equals to as 0. 7x plus 6y minus 9 is equals to 0. We have to compare this pair of linear equation with this, right? Which is the general representation. So a1 is 5 and b1 is minus 4. We can't ignore minus here. c1 is 8. Similarly a2 is 7. b2 is 6 and c2 is minus 9, right? Now we find the ratios. a1 upon a2, that is 5 upon 7. Next b1 upon b2, that is minus 4 by 6. After its simplest form is minus 2 by 3. c1 upon c2 is 8 by minus 9, which is written in the form of this, right? So now we will compare these ratios. Is a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2? No, a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. Next check, is this equals to this? No. So this c1 upon c2. In the first case, first two ratios are not equal. c1 upon c2 इक्वल हो या ना हो वो मैटर नहीं करेगा. यहाँ पे अगर इक्वल आ भी गया, जस्ट फर्स्ट टू रेशियोज हमें चेक करनी है. अगर फर्स्ट टू रेशियोज हमारे पास इक्वल नहीं है, डैट मीन्स उसकी रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या होगी? इंटरसेक्टिंग एट वन पॉइंट, राइट? सो दीज लाइन्स आर intersecting, right? In second part is 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equals to 0. 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equals to 0. Similarly, we will compare a1, a2, b1, b2 and C1 C2, right? So A1 upon A2 means ratio of the coefficient of x, that means 9 by 18. After simplify we get 1 by 2. Similarly B1 upon B2, that are the ratio of the coefficient of y. Coefficient of y is 3 in the second equation, coefficient of y is 6. After simplification we get 1 by 2. Similarly C1 upon C2, which is constant part, that is ratio of the constant part 12 upon 24. Again after simplifying we get 1 by 2, right? So all the three ratios are 1 by 2, so they are equal. A1 upon A2 is equals to have B1 upon B2 is equals to a C1 upon C2. All are equals to 1 by 2. In which case all the ratios are equal. All the ratios are equal whenever they have coincide lines, right? So these lines are coincide. Coincide means both lines representing the same lines, that means both are same lines. So third part is 6x minus 3y plus 10 is equals to 0. 2x minus y plus 9 is equals to 0. Again find the ratio of A1 upon A2, that means ratio of coefficient of x, that is 6 by 2. After simplify we get 3 by 1, right? So next B1 upon B2. B1 upon B2 means ratio of the coefficient of y, that is minus 3 by minus 1. Again 3 by 1. C1 upon C2 is constant part, that is 10 by 9, which is simplified form, right? So now compare these. First two ratios are equal, that means A1 upon A2 is equals to have B1 upon B2, but it is not equals to C1 upon C2, right? So after comparing we get this. First two ratios are equal, but this is not equals to this, right? So this type of result is this. So this type of result shows the graphically representation of lines are parallel, right? So these lines are parallel, right? So let's move to the question number 3. So question number 3 is on comparing A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2, C1 upon C2. That means you have to find ratios firstly, right? Find out whether the pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. Now what is consistent and what is inconsistent? So with the help of graphically representation we can tell about their natures. They are consistent or inconsistent. First graphically representation is intersecting lines. If pair of lines are intersecting at a point, that means that point will be the solution. That point will be the solution of the pair of linear equations, right? So अगर हमें solution मिल रहा है, that means they are consistent, right? Next graphically representation is coincident lines. That means both lines are representing the same lines. That means both are on each other, right? We know all points are the intersecting points, so it has infinite many solutions. In the case of coincide lines we have infinitely many solutions. Again हमें यहाँ पे solutions मिल रहे हैं, so it is also consistent. Whenever we get a solution then they are consistent, right? So next is parallel lines. We know parallel lines never intersect each other, so that means they have no solution. If they have no solution, at that case they have inconsistent. So consistent क्या होता है? जब हमें solution मिल जाता है, that means जब हमारे पास intersecting lines होती हैं या जब हमारे पास coincident lines होती हैं, right? Whenever we have given parallel lines, that means they never intersect each other. At that case we will not get any solution. So at that case we have inconsistent equation. I just hope consistent and inconsistent का concept आपको clear है. Let's start with the question. So first part is 3x plus 2y is equals to a 5. 2x minus 3y is equals to a 7. Right? So again compare a1 upon a2, that is coefficient of x. First, in the first equation we have coefficient of x is 3, and in the second equation we have coefficient of x is 2. So first ratio is 3/2. Now next find b1 upon b2, that means coefficient of y in the first equation and coefficient of y in the second equation. Never ignore minus, so it will minus 2/3. Next is c1 upon c2, that means ratios of constant term, that is 5/7. Right? Now compare these. We know a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. 3/2 is not equals to 3/2 is not equals to minus 2/3, which is not equals to 5/7. That means a1 upon a2 is not equals to have b1 upon b2 is not equals to have c1 upon c2. Whenever first two ratios are not equal, we know at that case we have intersecting lines. That means we have exactly one solution. अगर solution मिल रहा है, that means they are consistent equations. Right? So these lines are consistent. Right? Let's move to the second part. Let's do third part now. Third part is 3/2x plus 5/3y is equals to a 7. 9x minus 10y is equals to a 14. Again compare the ratios. a1 is 3/2, a2 is 9. Right? So a1 upon a2 is 3/2 upon 9. So इसको कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे? 3/2 multiply 1/9. Right? 3 1s are 3 3s are. So it is 1/6. Similarly find b1 upon b2. That means 5/3 upon minus 10. Again 5/3 upon minus 1/10. So simplify these. 5 1s are 5 2s are, that is minus 1/6. Right? c1 upon c2. c1 upon c2, that is 7/14. After simplifying we get 1/2. We can check here. 1/6 is not equals to minus 1/6, which is not equals to 1/2. That means a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2, which is not equals to c1 upon c2. Whenever first two ratios are not equal, we get unique solution, only one solution, right? And unique solutions have consistent equations. So these have consistent equations, right? So rest of the question you will try by yourself. You just have to remind this result and take screenshot of this result, which will be helpful for further. I just hope you learn from this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, like my video and share it to more. Thank you so much for watching this video.